the terms of the contract, we can terminate with 14 days notice.
In a specially called meeting this morning, the Fayette County School Board decided to terminate their contract with their superintendent search firm. We'll have more on what that means for the search coming up.
A teenager is facing charges tonight after police say he led them on a chase through Lexington.
Last weekend's hailstorm damaged every car on this lot. Now help is coming in from hundreds of miles away to save the day.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Fayette County Public Schools leaders have hit a bump in the road in their search for a superintendent. Good evening, I'm Kristen Kennedy. The school board held a special meeting this morning to discuss some disturbing allegations against the CEO of the company in charge of their search. Today, the district decided to sever its contract with the company. WKYT's Hillary Thornton explains what happened in our top story at 6.
The Fayette County School Board spent about 2 hours in that specially called meeting. About half of it was in closed session. Ultimately, board members deciding to terminate their contract with their superintendent search firm, ProAct Incorporated.
I'm sorry, we're here for this.
The meeting started with board members discussing concerns, obviously expressing frustration with having invested 6 months in the process and now facing the potential of starting from scratch. The board took time to call and hear from Gary Solomon, CEO of ProAct, who is facing those allegations, at which time Solomon offered to recuse himself from the search but allow the district to continue on working with the firm. The board then dialed in who would replace Solomon in the search, Dale Robbins, who also has connections to Solomon's other company, the Soups Academy, that is reportedly involved in a federal investigation.
Under the terms of the contract, we can terminate with 14 days notice.
That is what the board unanimously voted to do based on details discussed with their attorney in a closed session, anticipating that ProAct will continue accepting applications through the May 15th deadline, allowing the process of finding the best fit for Fayette County Public Schools to continue versus stopping the process and starting all over.
Our plan is to continue to maintain our schedule to the extent that we can. We're going to be pursuing options for vetting phase with another external firm. So the ProAct would collect applications, another firm would help us vet those applications. We'll also be looking for other options for candidates to apply other than through the ProAct service.
Board members say while they will be working hard to try and still make that July 1st deadline, they also say they will not rush into anything if they feel it is not the right choice in the long run. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
District leaders say they'll have to negotiate whether they get back any of the money they've already paid to the search firm. A man is facing charges tonight in Lexington after police say he led them on a chase in a stolen car. Our WKYT team was there when police arrested 19-year-old DeQuay Walker this morning. The owner of the car reported it missing Saturday. A friend of the victim saw someone driving it down New Circle Road around 11 this morning. When police tried to pull over the driver, they say he took off. Walker flipped and crashed the car near the intersection of Palumbo Drive and Todd's Road. Officers say he then ran away and hid behind some businesses around the Chelsea Woods area, where police later caught up with him. Lexington police also arrested a father this weekend. They say he abused his 2 infant sons. They charged 24-year-old Jaron Hamilton with 3 counts of criminal abuse. The arrest citation states Hamilton intentionally caused serious physical injury to one of his 3-month-old sons on 2 separate occasions in April. We're also told he caused serious injuries to his other son on a different occasion. And a Rowan County man is in jail after police say he tried to stab someone and then exposed himself. State police arrested Wendell White in Clearfield last night. They say he tried to stab somebody, hid the knife under a nearby home, and pulled down his pants in front of children and neighbors. Police in Louisville are trying to figure out who shot and killed a man they found about 6 miles from Churchill Downs. Police say the attack happened just after 11 last night on Phillips Lane. Investigators say the victim was a man in his 20s, and they don't have a description of his shooter. And in Lincoln County this morning, a woman and her boyfriend experienced a very close call after a train hit their car. Deputies say the crash happened around 4 near the intersection of Community Center Drive and Highway 2141. Police say the driver told them she was going over the crossing when her brakes failed and she slid down the tracks. She told police she and her boyfriend got out of the car right before the train hit it. Officers arrested her for driving under the influence. Looks like the sunshine and warm temperatures are here to stay. Expect the start of your work week to be very similar to what we've experienced this weekend. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell's tracking a good-looking Monday.
And a good-looking Sunday, too. We're running in the mid-70s out there right now in Lexington. 76 degrees at the moment, and it is warm all over the place. Look back out toward Louisville. They're at 80 degrees, one of the warmest spots you'll find on the entire temperature map. 77 coming into play right now in Jackson, 77 in London, so warm all over the place, and we'll hold on to the warmth into the day tomorrow as well. Here's Defender. This is Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler radar, and it is not tracking anything. No showers, no thunderstorms anywhere across the entire Commonwealth. So why not get out and do something useful as we head through the next few days here. Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, I think the old yard work will have an opportunity. And even on Wednesday, I'm saying early because we might have a few isolated showers and thunderstorms that approach the area during the second half of the day. But it's not a wall-to-wall chance of showers and storms. So just keep that in mind. So you're not really going to have any excuse other than the fact that it might be a little too warm. We'll take a look at how warm it gets coming up for you here in just a few minutes, Kristen.
Jim, many areas of the Commonwealth are still recovering from all the heavy rain and flooding earlier this year. This week, President Obama signed a Kentucky disaster declaration providing aid to almost a dozen different counties. Clark County is one of them. Mike Linden is in Winchester talking to emergency management about their need for federal help.
Following one of the wettest Aprils in Kentucky history, a portion of 4 Mile Road here in Clark County sank anywhere between 2 and 4 feet in sections. Emergency management officials say it's some of the worst road damage they've ever seen in the county.
On up the road, that's where the road floods out and you can't get through.
Chuck Corby lives on 4 Mile Road in Clark County. He says his commute to UK takes much longer than normal now as a result of the closed road.
For me, that's probably an hour and 5, hour and 10 minutes each way.
Emergency management officials say repairs could be very expensive.
We're talking probably $300,000+ for road damage in that one particular site.
Greg Lee lives along 4 Mile Creek too. His commute to Frankfort takes almost twice as long as normal.
They're very curvy roads, of course, getting out of here. And I keep trying this route versus that route, and it's an inconvenience.
When Lee moved to Clark County 5 years ago, he found photographs in his home from the late 1800s of the now collapsed portion of 4 Mile Road.
This would be 4 Mile Creek right here, the area where the gentleman's standing is the road that they had just carved out.
Emergency management officials say until federal aid arrives, the historic portion of 4 Mile Road will remain closed. In Clark County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Federal funding is also available to individuals affected by the storms. To see if you're eligible, visit our website, WKYT.com. Today, a Madison County man is getting some help in unexpected places. Earlier this week, we introduced you to a car salesman who recent storms hit hard. Every car on his lot had hail damage until strangers decided to help him. WKYT's Sean Moody is in Richmond.
There's a lot of work to do inside County Lawn Auto Sales.
It's not something you can prepare for. You don't know how you're going to come out of it.
There are about 20 cars like this. Last week's hailstorm damaged all of them. We first introduced you to the owner, Luke Linville, when this happened. He told us then that he didn't have comprehensive insurance and said he didn't know how things would end up.
I didn't really know what tomorrow held, but I know that my Lord and Savior held tomorrow. And I still stand firm in that.
He says that's the only thing that could explain what happened next. Dent Tex magazine in Canada saw our original story. They put out a call for help from anyone who was able. Tony Hawkins drove in from Kansas City. Kent Rowe came in from Atlanta.
Being a Christian, I absolutely stand on the fact that God sent me here.
And there are more Dent Techs on the way. They plan to do whatever it takes to get all of Linville's cars back to the way they were before the storm. And they're doing it for free.
It's just the right thing to do.
Linville's overwhelmed by the whole thing. He says this is something that'll stay with him forever.
Just know that there is good out there, and if you do good, I can guarantee you, you're going to receive good in return.
In Madison County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
More help will arrive tomorrow, this time from folks in South Texas. A country singer superstar is inspiring students in Berea to fight through hardships. Today, Naomi Judd addressed the Berea College senior class in a commencement speech. The Kentucky native spoke about her battle with hepatitis C. The actress got the disease after working as a nurse, and at the time, doctors told her she only had 3 years to live. Judd calls herself a survivor.
You get to write your own story. So today's a great day to start thinking about, what do you want your story to be?
271 students graduated from Berea College today. Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Hospital is wrapping up their annual telethon. This is the 44th year the physical rehabilitation provider has raised funds to help men and women of all ages live with disabilities. WKYT's Amber Philpott and Sam Dick helped raise funds this afternoon, just a few doors down in our WKYT studios. Hey, guys.
Hey, Kristen, we're within shouting distance of you in the next studio. Amber and I were really honored to be here this afternoon for 2 hours. And, we really didn't know what to expect because it was a condensed time. But the Cardinal Hill Foundation, really important to the community. And you folks at home, you really came forward with some big money.
Oh, my goodness. Let us give you the total, $259,839 in just 2 hours. Thank you to every single person who donated today and gave us a call.
That's right, supporting 3 programs, Creative Beginnings, a child development program, adaptive recreation program, and adult day health. That money right here in the community of Kentucky helps people from one end of the state to the other, and we can't thank you enough. Everybody that supported the telethon and Cardinal Hill Foundation today.
Yeah, and you're going to learn more about the foundation over the next, way and over the years. And we're just proud to be here and be able to raise these funds that stay right here in our own community. So we thank you, and thank you for being here with us and sharing a little bit of this beautiful day with us here today. Kristen?